they were really looking for solutions, and we thought we had a better way forward for them to really open it up and sort of break down that wall between the ESL classrooms and the rest of the school where kids are isolated.
The district itself has to be involved, and they have to make a commitment. We have learned that you can't get everyone on board, but you want to get people on board who want to participate and want to become better teachers of that population of second language learners.
When it comes down to it, it's just teachers having the time to talk to each other about their students individually. That's a best practice for schools in general. Like, everyone should be providing teachers the time to talk about their students.
When schools are looking for someone to do this, it really needs to be someone who is willing to be emotionally invested in these kids.
And then most schools have somewhat of a professional development budget to work in, well, okay, now that we know where our students are, what do we as teachers need training-wise, or to talk to someone outside to move on, like to get to the next step?
I know very little Spanish, but I've learned quite a bit in a year. Just working with the students and helping them to feel as if they are part of the community, that they have something to contribute in their life beyond Sleepy Hollow. So that to me is the bigger challenge.
Every school, every community is so unique, and they keep, the schools themselves come up with different, if not whole new areas of work to dig into.
The Excel program has really helped us facilitate and identify these small little programs that really do help our students, and it really does personalize the learning for them. Because of the Excel program, we've had the ability to allot funds to these things that we wouldn't have in our budget, things that we wouldn't really be able to implement unless we had some kind of data. But now that we have the Excel program, and we have the fact that this model has worked for our students, now I think it makes a case for us being able and feeling obliged to actually allot some money of this budget to expanding our programs even after Excel is done and over with.
We really started with the academic piece, with what happens in the classroom, and spent the first couple of years working on what the teachers do in the class. Instructional strategies, a lot of time helping teachers build their own repertoire of things to do. And as we developed some skill in that, we realized there were many other barriers or challenges in the school and in the community that we really thought we had to address. The first place we went was the stuff that happens in the school outside of the classroom, how kids are integrated into the rest of the school, how they access the services that every student should have access to, and sometimes they don't. And then even beyond that, we realized there was a need to better reach out to the community and the families.
Every young person, whatever your home language is, even if it's English, you're still learning a language. You're growing academic English and becoming more proficient in your own language. There's nothing you can do for an English learner that would not also benefit a non-English learner. This is not a program for the Spanish-speaking kids. This is for all the students who are learning English, being aware of their culture and their backgrounds as well. We want to give the schools and the teachers the ability to take ownership of it and keep it going on their own, and want to keep with this process.
I would recommend this program to other schools, especially ones who have similar demographics that we do. Schools all over, their demographic numbers are changing. I mean, this is the trend. So more and more schools are going to be in a similar situation. And I think the more supports you can give, listen, quite frankly, not only to ENL students, but all students, we have an obligation to give them the tools that they need to get to where they need to be.
Learning how to support ENL learners is almost a gateway to help us support various learners or diverse learners. It's a good, I hate to say it in those terms, but it's a good starting ground for teachers having the empathy, the understanding, just raising the awareness of how students learn and the barriers that may impact their learning.
Even if we reach half or even 1 out of 5 students, that's a student that now has exposure, now that will be able to become a more productive student in society, a productive person in society, as opposed to the alternative, dropping out.
I feel confident that we have students that have graduated because of the mentoring program, because they have that role model that they didn't have before, and someone just on their side letting them know that yes, you can do this. That really makes a difference.